What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to My Hero Academia, this time with the spin-off, I think it is, Vigilantes or Illegals. It's quite funny how kind of different the series sounds when you say Illegals versus Vigilantes, isn't it? I wonder what the actual kind of language used in Japanese is, but looking forward to this. I did see a couple of the trailers and it looked really good. Obviously I've seen every season of My Hero Academia, especially loved the last two seasons. I think they've been the best in the series so far, so hopefully this can kind of follow on that kind of trail. I'm not sure if it's like the same people behind the main series working on this one as well. No idea about any of that, but yeah, certainly looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think about this first episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions. I think it's 24 episodes. I hope it is, but not sure about that as well. Again, I hope it's 24 episodes. I feel like 12 episodes is just not enough to start off a show. The majority of the time. There's always exceptions. Indeed. Illegal hero. Yeah, I mean, they are technically criminals. I mean, I know Izuku wouldn't have had a quirk if he'd ever met All Might or anything, but like just judging from the guy Izuku is, he might have ended up like this. Though again, he kind of wouldn't, because I mean that doesn't make any sense because he didn't have any powers until he met All Might, and obviously he yeah. One of those things. It's one of those what ifs. I think it could be an easy what if. If Izuku did have a quirk, and it was just not a good one, and he wasn't able to actually become a hero, I think he probably would be an illegal hero. Can't be sure about that, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, look at this guy gliding around. Ooh. It kind of, yeah, it does look like. I'm not sure when this is set. Ingenium is still alive, I think, and Izawa, I think his name is, still got his eye. All Might is obviously still about. So this is set, I imagine, pretty early on in the anime, if not maybe before. And it looks like the teachers are actually going to be quite involved from the looks of things. Nice opening though. I love the kind of comic book style for quite a bit of it. It's been quite some time since we had classic All Might. So it's hard because I haven't got like a side-by-side comparison, but this does look slightly different style-wise, doesn't it? I think. I think that is really cool. I love an ability like that, especially as a kid. Being able to just like glide. I imagine it's like a friction thing, perhaps. Slide and glide. 3 points, so he's got to have at least. Okay. Wow. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? That kind of sucks. He's like a cockroach. You know what he kind of is. But like I said, I'd love something like that. That's really cool. If it could go faster, it'd be a bit cooler, of course. But like I said, I said earlier about like Deku, he'd have to have a pretty crappy quirk. I imagine the quirks are going to be really creative in this series, yet not so powerful on the surface. Slide and glide. Some kind of idol hero. It's pretty good. What is she singing into is a question I do have. Kind of looks like a microphone attached to a old like cassette player. Bouncy. Well, I feel like he could probably like. He obviously can't just leap, but I feel like if he was to go like, if there was a incline and he just kept going and he released his quirk, he could like fly in that regard and then activate it again and slide when he lands. So I think he could kind of fly if he wanted to. Cockroach. I like that one. That little cockroach scurrying about. Oh dear. So, for example, if 3 points of contract left be on the ground, if he just put 3 fingers, if he was strong enough to, but yeah, if he put 3 fingers on the ground, would he be able to use it then? I guess. Like 3 points of contact is pretty ambiguous, if you know what I'm saying. Like, is it does your foot just count as 1? I'm assuming it does because he's just walking normally right now. I'm sorry to get all in depth right from the off, but I would like to know like the specifics of this. Like I said, is it like he's normally walking? Is it an ability that he can activate on will? Does it happen as soon as 3 points touch the ground? I don't think so because we just saw him get beaten up by there and more than 3. Yeah, there was more than 3 on the ground, wasn't there? And it didn't just like activate. But I'm thinking like it does the end of your foot count? Like when you walk, there's usually like the front of your foot and the back of your foot touches the ground, for example. So although it looks like when he does it, he always goes on all fours. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure the specifics. Not that it's awfully important or anything, but just like thinking like in the future, if it does like come down to a situation where he needs to like have 3 points and in a dire situation, would he be able to use like certain like different parts of his foot, not counting as like one point of contact? It could come up, who knows. I like the start there. Good start. Really liking the start. Just a lot of jobs. They recycle it. Oh, well, this is the type of people in your community that you might laugh at, but lovely person. You can tell, you just tell he's a lovely guy. I bet it does, bro. Well, I haven't heard too much about the series, but I have genuinely heard people actually prefer this to the main series. I think that people say, and I think I can kind of see why already. Like again, don't get me wrong, I love. Oh shit, I love the main series again, especially the last two seasons have been incredible. But I'm really into this. Just like 10 minutes in. Yeah, I was waiting. Oh my god. Fucking Wolverine. Oh, it's this guy. He's a busy guy. Not the best landing. I don't know why. This guy reminds me of Adachi from fucking Yakuza. He looks like a scary guy, doesn't he? Knuckle Duster. Pretty sure just those alone are illegal, right? Just owning knuckle dusters. I think in the UK is illegal. Maybe not just owning them. I don't know. There are things like that, like certain knives that are illegal here, and guns. But I think knuckle dusters are illegal. I could be wrong about that. Not sure if that's the case in Japan, but just what this guy's wearing is illegal. I agree. I think he does. He's got an awesome outlook on things. I think so. Has he got a power? I feel like this guy probably is quirkless. So he can use it, as I said, multiple points of his feet. Okay. That did come back up. That wasn't just pointless. Good. But yeah, the guy has obviously not shown any quirk yet, so I imagine he hasn't got one. I feel like this is one of those things though, like yes it's illegal, but it's one of those things, if I was a hero, I would certainly kind of look the other way. That'd be the last of my priorities. I mean, you can't have this going on in the real world because you just can't. But yeah, because it's weird to say this because like the whole laws and such in general are people's opinions essentially, as a mass of people's opinions that people voted on to kind of carry out and so on. But when you do take your own justice, it really is like your sense of justice can be skewed and have bias, and that is inevitable in like laws and police in general anyway. But I guess it's maybe even more chaotic with a kind of vigilante. So I feel like vigilantes in real life are very dangerous people. Again, they'd probably be lower on my priority list if you had had murderers and thieves and robbers and so on. Like they would all like. I feel like vigilantes would be pretty low down on the list, especially in the My Hero Academia universe. I feel like that'd be very low down on your list. To be honest, but yeah, I wonder if we'll see these guys getting any trouble with real heroes. Like I said, I feel like if I was one, I'd kind of look the other way if I came across it. And I feel like some admirable heroes and teachers from the main universe will. I also feel like some probably will take issue with this. Like I said, it can get quite dangerous. Like to what extent are the public allowed to kind of do this kind of stuff without any regulations and so on? But like I said, the counterpoint to that is like these regulations are in essence other people's bias and their kind of sense of justice as well. So where do you draw the line is the interesting question. She said so, man. Other people. Who do they come across now? These guys are having a day of it, aren't they? Deservedly so. Oh shit. Shit. I turned a pterodactyl. So the heroes only step in when they actually come to be a problem. They want to stop this before any of that actually even happens. Do you know what? As someone that used to do certain things myself, you can actually tell quite a lot about someone from their tongue, especially in regards to drugs. So he's actually like, he's pretty accurate in saying that. Well, like I said, that's a bit too fast. Like you can't just beat up someone because they don't show you. So what is her quirk? Can she just like jump? She just bouncy. Well, that's a pretty good quirk. Bit bouncy. Again, nothing majorly special, but another cool one. It's another fun one you'd like to have. Yeah, they're the ones you should be the most wary of. Oh, there's drugs in there, isn't there? Oh, no, there's not. That's really cute. What the hell? What is this? Oh no, there is drugs in there. Oh shit. I was gonna say that's really cute actually. He's got a cute little yeah, a couple figurines, but I imagine they're like those dolls where you take them off and there's gonna be drugs in there. why else would he be going about with this? I mean, again, it would be quite adorable if he actually was, but yeah. This guy's peddling drugs in his suitcase. Like, why would you have him in a suitcase? Why would you be wearing that suit with in a briefcase? Yeah, it just doesn't add up, does it? And look how pained his expression is. It is suspicious. It actually is in this case. I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is our first little sneak at one of the teachers. It was cool. I mean, it didn't get shown there, but I'm not a gambling man, so I'm not going to say I'd put money on it, but I'm pretty sure there's drugs in those toy figures. Is it not weird to have, like, again, it's not exactly weird to have, like, carry figures with you at all, but to have them in a briefcase, and to have the briefcase actually have, like, a padded kind of, I don't know, if he does work for a toy store and he's bringing them to show off, then yeah, I guess maybe, but I don't know. Something tells me there's drugs in them. Again, take it from me. I remember going to a few festivals. I used to bring this like a can of Fanta that you could like twist open at the bottom, and you could have like a bunch of stuff like packed in it. I had beans. I had Heinz baked beans with the same thing. It's like it's just like a can of beans. Then you screw off the bottom and you can hide stuff in there. Okay. So it looks a lot faster than he says, to be honest with you. It does look a lot faster than a bike. Oh shit. Looks like we're fighting with Aizawa. Yeah, you know what? Again, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought this was all. I can't speak. I was gonna say, almost said awful. I thought this was awesome. Again, it looks like we're going to have a bit of the teachers involved, judging from the opening, which I'm really looking forward to seeing a bit more of them before. Again, I assume this is like season 1 before season 1 time ish. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure it matters an awful lot as long as we know it's not kind of towards when it all might kind of lose its powers and so on. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought the characters were really well introduced. Koichi especially stood out to me today. Of course, he's the main character, but he especially stood out to me as just like a lovely guy, and they just done his character really well. Like, yes, it's reasonably simple, but it's just like it's really simple yet effective, and it was the biggest standout today for me. Honestly, I loved a lot of his segments here. Just seeing him do like this little hero work, like stuff like this. Hopefully we don't kind of miss out on more stuff like this in the future, just like little bits here and there, because it really adds a lot to his character. I like the girl as well as the big guy that got introduced here. Again, the names are a bit of a myth, so apologies. Pop star, I guess we'll call her. And yeah, just really like the premise. Big fan of this first episode. Big fan. I wasn't expecting it to start out so strongly, but as I did say, I have heard people actually prefer this to the main series, which I'm not sure it's a popular opinion at all, but obviously goes to say how strong this is going to be. So yeah, looking forward to seeing episode 2. Let me know what you guys thought about this one though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week.